Welcome, Leo Virgo, to your Astrodice reading for August. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, this is where we take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for those of you who are new. Okay, guys, what's going on with you this month? Okay, we have Gemini coming out with the South Node and the 7th house. Ooh, got some karma going on over here. Okay, we don't have a South Node or North Node, so we use Vesta, which is the spirit within. Vesta is the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. The reason we use her is because she's all about karma. She's all about the spirit itself. Okay, so going over here to Gemini. This is the energy that's communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. Sorry if my voice is breaking, guys. I have a horrible sinus infection again. Yes, all this wind. Okay. Every time I turn around, I have a sinus infection. It's wonderful. Okay, so 7th house. The area of your life is about long-term, significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So talking about some kind of karma going on over here. And this is the karma that's talking about lessons learned. So, and returning back to past behaviors. So are you with someone who is returning back to past behaviors? Or are you trying to return back to past behaviors to get through the karmic, whether it's a karmic tie of yourself or karmic tie to someone else? So this is holds the past karma is the road already traveled. Of course, it's the road already traveled because that's why they're trying to go backwards, or you're trying to go backwards. The only reason you would go backwards, though, is to resolve the problem. So the problem needs to be resolved, whether it's through you, yourself, finding yourself in the same situation again. You need to resolve that problem to break that karma. Right, and this we're talking about negative karma, not positive karma. Okay, getting straight into the situation. Situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and near future. And usually it's with somebody, right? Usually the case over here. Feeling rejection out in the cold. 7 of Pentacles, patiently planning, and 8 of Wands. I'm not taking your message. I'm not talking to you. Feeling like you're moving down the ladder. There it is again, too. Feeling like it's doing its thing again. Feeling like it's returning back to where it was again. I was moving up the ladder, now I'm going back down the ladder again. So having the frustration, the giving up, the unknown, the discord, deciding whether or not you can live with these traits or not, or make your own move. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Why is this coming back around? Why is it going back down the ladder? It's almost like we came so far up the ladder, and now all of a sudden, at the beginning of the month, we're going back down the ladder. I don't want to go back down the ladder. This is allowing anxiety, right? Stepping back until you balance and reestablish or get rid of the karma, which we're talking about. So out in the cold, I need to plan about how I'm going to get away from this. How am I going to get back up the ladder? For some of you, you might be trying to resolve an issue and somebody does not want to talk to you, or they're trying to resolve an issue and you do not want to talk to them, or you somehow or another. There's a codependency going on over here. It's like making the waves of codependency. You might have somebody around you that feels like they're out in the cold because of codependent issues. It could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, saying, hey, or an Aquarius saying, hey, you know what? I don't feel like we're resolving an issue because they have codependent ways. The codependency is the karma. It's on the karma. So if you know that they're returning back to codependent ways for you instead of making opportunities for themselves, and they feel like they're not traveling in the distance in the way that they're supposed to be doing it, and remember, it's because of returning back to past karma. They're putting themselves out in the cold or allowing you to feel out in the cold due to this codependency. Unless you know you're codependent to someone and it just came out of nowhere and you can't understand why all of a sudden do I feel like I can't patiently plan for myself, and I'm having these codependent feelings. So take it how it resonates, whether you or someone else. Patiently planning. It's almost like I need to patiently plan how to do this. I wish they would patiently plan. I wish there would be more communication. And the patiently planning is the communication of how we're going to get through this. Where's the information? Seeing the ships coming through, patiently planning on how to get through this. There needs to be some kind of communication to do this during the beginning of the month so that you can do this, whether it's with yourself or with this other person. Whoa, they're not supporting your needs. You're definitely dealing with a Capricorn for some of you. I got Virgo, Capricorn, maybe even a Taurus. It does feel like another earth sign though, besides just yourself. For you, you just don't feel like they're being supportive. Maybe you're not supporting them either. Maybe you've gone quiet. So it does, no matter how you're going to see it, there's a lot of quietness going on right now due to some kind of codependent factors over here and not traveling the best road. Maybe somebody even felt like the grass was greener and they've decided to leave. Whoa, I just seen that too. Did your person all of a sudden decide the grass is greener somewhere else and they left? After all that you've done together, all of a sudden they decided that they were going to go back to their bad behavior of believing that someone else's pasture is better. Or are they overindulging? Wow, we got all kinds of things going on over here. Is someone drinking? Is someone overindulging? Someone doing something and missing out on the opportunities? It doesn't always have to be codependency. It could be the codependency on overindulging of food, alcohol, wandering away from the pasture, or just codependent on you, period. Wow. And since it's general reading, it's going to be harder to say. So it's one or the other. Putting themselves out in the cold. Depression. Wandering away. Neglecting their opportunities for some kind of overindulgence. Just, that's it. Whether it's you or them. It's almost like back to the old ways over here. 8 of Wands. Somebody's got some high depression going on over here. That's what's going on over here with it. 5 of Coins, and the reason that they're doing this or you're doing this is because of high depression. Not feeling like you're getting your ships coming in. Not feeling like you're being supported. Not feeling like they're being supported. But definitely depression is the reason for, it could be drinking. I do see, like, you got illness, some kind of emotional illness of drinking, alcoholism. Maybe you knew they were an alcoholic and they returned back to their way because of depression. They didn't see their ships coming in. It's affecting you. Or it is you. It's affecting the family. Trying to keep the inner strength, trying to tell everybody that it's going to be okay. Trying to tell yourself it's going to be okay. They're telling you it's going to be okay. You're trying to keep the inner strength for the family as they're going back to bad habits that affect the family with the 10 of Cups. Because the 10 of Cups says, well, this is a family card. This is a love card. This is where the family is. This is the achievements for the family. And when you do something with it upside down, that's affecting everybody, right? It's an incompletion. You're draining us. You might even be taking a separation right now, Leo Virgo, because they are upsetting the family, upsetting you, upsetting the love. Disagreements about children, the way they're handling things, just, you know, major, maybe even money spending, emotions raising, a lot of conflict. It really looks like, to me, you guys, it's the person you're with. And now, cross watcher can say that this is Leo Virgo, and you know, it's a general reading. It could be a possibility, but right now, it really looks like the person you're with is returning back to bad habits. I do see Aquarius twice, so it could be an Aquarius. Mid-month, you're licking your wounds. There's no satisfaction, and there's a separation. So where you're thinking about taking the inner strength to have the separation from this person, you are definitely going to separate yourself from this person. You don't see any victory with them. They're only licking their wounds and allowing you to lick your wounds too, because of a bad karmic cycle that needs to be resolved. So this is a card of resolving an issue. But the problem with resolving the issue with this card is that you're licking your wounds. It's making you have to do something that is entirely through determination, but not happy determination. Do you see anything happy in that card? No. It means I have a broken leg. I'm determined to walk down the street. I will get what I need to do because I don't feel great. But with the strength that you have over here, this is how you get here. Because you know that you're going to have to separate yourself from this person because they have continued to bad habits, which is a karmic cycle. Because of the karma over here, it feels like it's definitely a karmic relationship, past karmic relationship, and not a good karma, right? We do have those as well, right? Those are the ones where we learn something from each other and we're happy to see each other again. We're like little soulmates, and we're so happy, and I'm so glad that you came to teach me this lesson. And then you have the negative ones that are like, our life sucks and we have to learn something from this to break these chains. Starts out good and then it ends up horrible. Knight of Cups, they can't offer you anything. I'm telling you, with all these cups over here, there's a lot of drinking going on for somebody. They don't clearly see anything. You don't even want to see anything. You've lost the luster. The luster is gone. As soon as they return back to the old habit, whatever the codependency is, I don't care if it's, I don't want to work anymore and I'm lazy. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a turn off to you and you do not want to deal with it again. Yeah, you don't see any success in this with the Eight of Cups. So look, you have two cards of unsuccess. They're walking back down the ladder. They're returning back to something that was bad, and it's getting worse. Now they're not even, in the mid-month, they're not even listening to you. You gotta love how over here it's like, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. And now you're saying in mid-month, well, I'm thinking about leaving. And now in mid-month, you're like, no, there's nothing okay about this. This is getting worse and worse, and I'm fleeing the trouble. I'm gone. I'm separating. I'm out of here. And yes, and if you haven't really made the transition to move yet, you are still 100% thinking about it, right? So it's definitely in the energy of wanting to feel like you have to leave. They're not going to change. I got to go. Yeah. Seven of Cups, there's nothing here but confusion, conflict and confusion. And you're learning this. You're watching this. You're watching it. Page of Swords. You're sitting over here observing this. You're watching it. You're watching all these opportunities that they could have had diminish. You're watching your relationship with this person in the 7th house go away. It doesn't matter if this is a friendship. It doesn't matter if it's a love relationship. Remember, it's the 7th house. It could be, remember, significant partners, which could be even friendships, romantic, being your loved one, business, could be your coworkers, your boss, the family, the business itself just diminishing, the family member. I don't want to be around you anymore because you're starting to drink again, so I don't want the kids around you. You know, it could be your own dad or grandfather, or, you know what I'm saying? So it could be all kinds of people. But the problem is you're cutting the ties. Okay, cutting the ties to this person because you're watching them. You're watching them. I'm telling you, for most of you, it's drinking. You're watching them fall away. Go back into the same routine that they were in before. And if it's yourself, for some of you, you are watching yourself fall into this bad behavior. You literally can see it yourself. You just don't see it the way others see it. You're not clear-minded about how bad it is. So therefore, you see yourself drinking, you know you're going backwards, but you don't see it as bad as the others see it. So whoever this air sign is that I keep seeing around here, this, we're going to say Aquarius, around here, they're seeing it for what it is, and you're not seeing it as clear because you keep saying, you would be the one saying everything's going to be okay, right? And they're getting ready to cut the ties with you, okay? And that's for some of you. Three of Pentacles, if somebody wants to support you, they're coming in to support you. There's 3 people here that are recognizing the bad behavior. You've brought 3 people in, or 2 other people in, to help recognize this person's bad behavior. There could be some counseling going on, or telling them that you would like some counseling. You're recognizing the situation for what it is. Page of Cups. Like I said, if somebody lured themselves into a third-party situation, and that's all this is they went back to an ex or something, and believed that the grass was greener, this is going to come up to recognize that, as well as this over here with the 3. Okay, those are for some of you who are like, nope, they left me for that ex again when we were building everything. So let's bring that into play also. And then that would be that you are realizing that you're not going to support this, and you're realizing that wow. They're allowing bad behavior to happen. With the Page of Cups, so upside down, it's almost like, wow, come on. It's like, well, you got to put me into a spot like that, right? Because now they're recognizing that they don't want this Scorpio Aquarius, okay? Or like your person is the Aquarius, right? Okay, we've got that. Maybe if they're having a third-party situation, it could be with this Scorpio, plain and simple. Okay, we're just going to leave it there. Or this Pisces. I see Scorpio, so I'm going Scorpio. They don't want to be with the Scorpio. They have the realizations that they don't want the third party. They don't think that the Scorpio is supporting them the way that you used to support them. They thought that they wanted what they wanted, but they don't have it now. Now, if it's going back to the obsessive drinking and all that stuff, it's like we're going to get some counseling because you're not seeing what I'm seeing. And it doesn't matter who it is, right? Because they're on a downward spiral, whether it's you or them at the end of the month. And so somebody wants to come in with getting noticed. That's why I said some kind of counseling, or bringing a parent in, or bringing a friend in to make them understand what is going on. What is, what it is. It's professional advice. But the problem is the Page of Cups comes in. It's almost like you have a friend that comes in, or they get some counseling that's going on because they can't help you. So whoever this Scorpio is on that side, they're saying, look, I'm disappointed. I really can't do anything for you. And you're not accepting what I'm trying to tell you. Because this, either you've become, okay, so if it's you, it's because, remember, you're not clear about how much you're really hurting yourself, or they are not seeing what they're doing. I still think it's them, though, more than anybody else. And so they're going to say, hey, I think you're a little disillusioned about what the problem is. Plain and simple, leaving it there. They see a disillusionment. They think that because they're not seeing it clearly for what is really going on. You're going back to old mistakes. Bad old mistakes, causing nightmares within the family. I need to see more determination out of you so that you can succeed and get past this. Two of Wands, you're acting immature, but persistently going backwards. So you might even feel like your person over here is acting like they're 19 again. They're going down an immature road. They're acting not mature, right? You would like to see some more success out of this. Look, for a lot of you, they are parents. I said children. And it's almost like you're sitting over here saying, you're a parent. What are you doing? And so you can't really have your children around them because they're a parent and they're acting immature. And this is because of the depression and the obsession. With the Lovers over here, it's like there's nothing left. The passion has left the house. It's a separation with, look at that, divorce coming. So a lot of you, you're done and you want the divorce. It's over. There's going to be a lot of fighting, but you're making the judgment call with the King of Coins. And the King of Coins says, I have to go over my own prosperities, and I really think this is the only way to get victory. So whether it's this complete separation of a family member and saying I'm cutting my ties forever, or it's a divorce, or here's even a really bad one, right? It can end up in a lawsuit. Now what did they do? They got into some kind of, maybe they were acting, oh my God, I see that too. You guys got into some kind of like fight. There's words I can't use, remember? But they were fighting. And they ended up going to jail. Because they're acting immature. They're getting some like bar fight or something. Keeping it there. Because like I said, there's only so many words I can use. Otherwise I'll get demonetized. So take it how it resonates. Okay, because like I said, we have to be careful when it comes to fighting words and stuff of this nature. So leaving it there. Okay, so it could even be fighting to where it gets physical and they end up going to jail. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.